Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessing. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, you already know, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Monday so far. Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through the work day. Hopefully your kids getting through the school day. And if you was blessed to wake up to see another day, I already know, give your praises to the higher power when it's due. And for those in the city, it's a little tricky weather-wise. We are supposed to be getting some more snow and whatever. We'll see how much. We'll see how much. But still, try to keep yourself dressed accordingly, just in case. Miss T, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely one that was needed. If you missed it, catch the replay. Mostly just want to chime in with y'all because I want to speak about something again that it needs to be spoken about and can't be overlooked, and that is mental health. And it's a sad notion. You're gonna have to keep tackling this issue because you gotta come to a conclusion on how to interact with these situations. Read a story about a murder slash suicide, basically. Not too far from where I'm at in my neighboring area, but it's crazy. And they found a gun next to the main one. I believe in that situation right there because they still investigating, but I believe that was a relationship either going wrong or that could have been a real sign of mental health, or that could have been a bad breakup. I don't know. They still investigate, but it is crazy because sometimes these situations we do get, they usually do be linked to that. And again, gotta look. They've been triggered. It's the worst thing. Willis, what's going on, my guy? No, this is crazy though because only 34 years old. This is what I'm saying. Mental health really affects everybody in every community. Don't matter what age it is. I guess when they get some more info, we'll see what's going on with that. But I believe that's what it is in that situation. That could have just been like just finally snapped. Again, you gotta be mindful and careful of the people that you are putting around you, no matter what level it's on. The minute something don't seem right, make sure you are protecting yourself at all costs, because you never know what could be the situation. And that, who knows? It could have been a bad breakup, or and that breakup probably could have caused something, or we not sure yet. You know, uh-huh. Mr. Martin, how are you doing? You already know what time it is, so mm, I'm gonna let you rock out today. I'm gonna let you rock out. But that right there is dangerous, right there in a sense. It's dangerous because let's be real. You don't know what that person could be thinking, what they're plotting. Shoot. And before you know it, it could be too little too late. In that case scenario, for you to go that deep again, it goes to show that sometimes people be broken spirited. And it's sad because it's not like they just taking their own, they taking somebody with them. Again, there are some people who love deep. And there's some people who, again, they feel whatever balance they trying to still keep is for the betterment. But in that same token, if you're not showing restraint, if you're not showing that you could be, then you can't blame somebody if they don't want to be with you. If you're not showing no real stability within your realms, you can't keep nothing going. Serious, what's going on, baby? Telling you, these type of situations, scenarios, they kill everything. They actually destroy families. They destroy a piece of somebody's world. Fellas, just like you ladies out there, be careful of who you dating or who you putting within your circumference. If something just seems off just by the smallest measure, do your investigation and research. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Big dog, what's going on? Oh, you could have let him rock out. You could have let him rock out today. Because I know this is probably a person that does suffer from some sort of mental health and ain't trying to admit it. So, hey, maybe we could get him the counseling that he needs. Shoot. It's all good, baby. You know, a situation like that, again, it kills. And for some people, we always get that, it never looked or we never spotted or, you know, things that, was never out the ordinary. It's always one of them stories. This person never showed signs of, a person don't always got to show signs on the outside. You never know what they're going through until you really sit down and talk. I can look at you from afar. I can see you looking at somebody from afar and you think you know them. But in all honesty, you won't know them until you sit down and actually have a convo with them. Oh, you could have left them in here. Because honestly, they don't disturb me. They disturb themselves. Like I said, we speaking about mental health. I can tell this person definitely suffers from some sort of mental health psychic trauma. But nonetheless, we're gonna try to help you get it what you need. We're gonna help you get it. Cool gamer, what's going on? What's going on? In all cylinders, you gotta look at it too. You don't know who's going through what specific traumas from specific backgrounds. And now that they have become either into adulthood or almost into adulthood, this is the method that they think is going to work when it comes down to trying to keep and restore balance in their life. It doesn't always end that way. And again, I feel you should never allow your emotions. I wouldn't care what spectrum of the board you on. And yes, I'm saying I wouldn't care what spectrum of the board you on. You should never allow your overall emotions to dictate, you know, your decisions. I keep repeating it because it's true. A lot of situations that are happening is because of raw emotion. Now, in that instance, there are certain situations where, okay, you're not going to be able to tell somebody that because that's something that shouldn't happen in the first place. Grant that. There are other situations where you have time to still think before you do it. Tamika, what's going on, baby? She says no entertaining trolls Monday. I ain't messing with you. I entertain everybody. Fuck that. How about the van don't shoot? No, no, no. You good. You good. I'm still laughing at that. You good. I'm catching up with the chat. I'm trying to make sure these birds ain't following me today. Now I had to take that walk too. And apologies, I had to push the live back, y'all. I had too much noise pollution where I was walking at. Too much. Can't do that. But again, all it takes is a irresponsible decision for the balance to get messed up. Not just in your life, but the people lives around you. So I'm saying if it's not necessary, if it's really not law of the land where it's justifiable, like how it has been throughout the course of time, there's no need for you to go to that extreme. D Shep, what's going on? You had a bad breakup? Okay. It should never get to a point where there's any type of real stalking, physical confrontation, any of that. Just move on. And I say that on both angles, because again, plenty of opportunities out there. I'm not gonna risk mine and risk somebody else's because I can't move on. Sheed, what's going on, my guy? I already know y'all just tuned in at the like button. But there's no way I'm gonna be willing to risk mine and somebody else's just because I can't move on. And it's a terrible outlook on things because again, you really don't think that there's nobody else around that could possibly fulfill you and give you what you want and need. You won't take the chance on yourself. At least I feel like that. But it's that again, I don't know what that situation is, but if I'm right about it, it could be what I just said at the beginning. Probably either a bad breakup or bad breakup and also mental health involved in that bad breakup. Never know. But again, the fact that both of them not even in their 40s. So, we have to start, implementing ways to combat those situations when it comes to mental health. Because again, you never know what somebody is really going through. And if they're still reliving it or going through it in their minds, it will create and spew a nasty poison that we're going to get stories like I just said murder suicides. Yeah, this is real, man. This is not nothing to be played around with. Gotta really start focusing on the key elements. And again, when something don't seem right with somebody, don't push it to the next level. You never know what could be lying around that damn door. You never know. That next door could be a door of chaos and danger. Always felt like this. When you know there are people who are suffering, the most you can do is try to help them get the help that they need. I'll be honest with you on that part. But, as far as trying to delve and do anything else further than that, look, that's solely up to you. But again, the minute things don't seem right, you are supposed to follow your gut. But you're also supposed to keep yourself, you know, on point at all times. Because you never know. Kid you not, you never know. So there are some people again, even on that spectrum, that have a controlling mindset in the aspect. And again, you're not supposed to be feeling like you're being controlled by anybody. You control your destiny in life. You solely are responsible for what you place in it. Main thing a lot of times is trying not to incorporate the chaos. And again, there are some people that they do try to at least get acclimated into society, but because of the traumas, not just physical but emotional and spiritual, we get the rotten seeds that we get now. And prayers and condolences to that woman and her family, even to that young man's family, because again, you done basically upset the balance of two families. All it takes is a quick second to think, but also a quick second to ruin your life or ruin everybody else's. Moreno, what's going on, baby? I think that is sad when you get cases like that or you get stories like that. The murder suicides are the worst because you got some people again who weren't aware of the dangers and didn't spot any dangers. And sometimes it can be hard to spot that. But again, when you are incorporating people, especially around your real friends and family or not, everybody's still supposed to be on board with things. Still supposed to be visual because you never know. You don't want to have a situation where a tragedy happens and now it's somebody gone, especially somebody that might have kids. See, like again, they still investigating the story. Hopefully, that woman doesn't have kids because again, that right there just upset a balance. Because if there's a child involved, then guess what? That child is basically parentless. You never know. So when I find out more about that story, I'll definitely chime in with it. And it is sad because it can happen in any community like that. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Yeah, but just again, start being more visual and aware of certain situations, especially when it's in your community. Because you don't want to have the what ifs. You definitely don't want to have the well, we didn't know. There's some situations I've always felt could be or could have been life changing if people would just stop being again so selfless. Stop being selfish in life. Because again, I don't know when to jump in for the right situation. One second, yeah, look like somebody trying to do a film over here. Make sure they ain't in the camera shot. Yeah, one second, yo. One. Yep, I was right. I almost got in their camera shot. My bad, y'all. Boy, they shooting the video or something. Oh well, hopefully they ain't get me. But yeah, you definitely can't do that. You can't ignore that factor no matter what. Because again, now look, if there's a situation in that, look at the ones who had to be like that, parentless. It's not an easy film. Definitely ain't. Especially when they're young, because again, it's almost like they being thrown into the belly of the beast. Because if there is no immediate or next to keep them, They gotta go through this damn system. And then even if they do, prime example, go through adoptions, who's to say it's the right adoption? They can still take a chance of being neglected, hurt, or worse. I think that's the only sad part about those stories when it comes to murder and suicide. So, like I said, I'm gonna definitely delve back into it when they get more info on that. But nonetheless, it should be something that we can all get on board on and try to figure out. But I've always again said this: you got to have the most self control you can have. You can't always just go off of an impulse. Again, it doesn't matter what spectrum of the board you on. That overall general emotion to just do it should never occur. You don't know what could be happening in the long run. Put yourself in a dire situation or put everybody around you in that. But again, I would always say they need to start reopening and pushing back again to get these facilities open. Whether they inpatient, outpatient, get those facilities back open. Because honestly, there are some people who will try to get back into the normal society, especially if they from that side. That don't necessarily mean it's going to work. Some people just can't be out there in the public. You know that already. You know, there's many different ways to attack this cylinder, but again, it shouldn't cost nobody their life. I've always said this: the most selfish act in the world, because again, you don't get to pick and choose what happens in somebody's life. You only pick and choose what happens in yours. Again, you might not like what's being said, but it's the truth though. You don't get to dictate who lives and who doesn't. You don't get to dictate um, who gets to be happy and who doesn't. You can only do that for your life. If you want to be miserable, then you be miserable on your own. Let somebody move on. You got people who really just don't get the message until it becomes dangerous. It should never have to get to that motion either. Again, there's some of y'all who just have to learn to move on. If you wasn't taught, you better get you better get into the motion of learning now. Just Lord, it's just things that we gotta realize that it ain't a game no more. Word, what's going on, my guy? It's not a game no more. Some people have to learn to just again move on. I don't care what spectrum of the board you on. Move on. Gotta remember, you are here for a reason. And even if things didn't go right with you in whatever situation or endeavor in life, that doesn't mean it's over. You still got time to build and grow. But again, it's solely up to you. Can't always just go for raw emotions. Those emotions will rip you apart. And they will rip apart the foundation again that you had. But again, in those cases, like I said, we got people that love deep. But the thing is, again, you love the right things, not the wrong things. If it wasn't right for you to begin with, why love it? Like in certain instances, if you know you was in a situation where it was toxic, uh, and you got away from the toxicity, why go back to any type of toxicity? No, you're supposed to keep yourself clear as possible. You don't like the drama, then you don't be around the drama. You know, it's really what it's supposed to be about. Christy, what's going on, baby? I mean, seriously, why go into any type of situation when you know it's going to be a bad one? And if your purpose is to try to maintain a happy balance, then again, you're supposed to incorporate the right type of balances. Don't just rush yourself into a situation where it can be critical, of course. In some instances, you should be able to read not just body language, but just read the overall aura. And if the aura don't seem right, there's no need to keep pursuing anything. Because you would hate to get stories like that. I did this because I couldn't move on, or I felt my life was basically at an end, and I had to take somebody's life and take mine at the same time. That's selfish. It really is. Nobody should ever think that way. Again, you don't get to dictate and point out what happens. But again, just be careful and mindful of the people you place in as far as a relationship is concerned. If they seem too violent, move away from it. They seem too controlling, move away from it. Because I believe in an old fashioned thing that everybody is for everybody. So sorry, I've always believed that. It's somebody for everybody. But again, those right people got to connect. Sometimes it's not cool when you got the wrong people connecting, thinking they might have something, and then you get tragic. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working harder than these pelicans on that loaf of bread, baby. But again, if it's too much, like prime example, there's some people who don't mind cleanliness to a degree. But when it becomes obsessive, that becomes a problem. Because you got to remember, 24 hours in a day, not going to be up under somebody 24 hours out the day. I don't care even if you are married. Somebody got to work, right? Or both got to work, right? So again, you're supposed to make the time so you can actually have time and talk about not just the stresses of the week, but again, just bounce ideas off each other. Don't be laughing at me, serious. Don't encourage the man. It's too early on a Monday for that. But again, the minute it becomes too obsessive, too controlling, too manipulative, you gotta start thinking for yourself and moving away from that situation because it could be costly. But I would say again, for you young men and women out there, shoot, I don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say that all around the board. If something didn't work out, I don't care how much you might have been in love with it, how much you might have loved it. You got to learn to move on. You got to grasp that it didn't work because if it was meant to work, you would still be together. A lot of times you have to you have to literally listen to somebody effectively. Listen to them. If it seems like they're not giving you something, then you know what it is. If you think you might be in contact with somebody who could have some sort of form of mental health, stress, and so on and so forth, that's one you need to definitely stay away from unless you plan on helping them the right way. A relationship ain't gonna help because they might get attached to you, cling on to you, and if things don't go right, they ain't gonna leave you alone. That's one thing people again are gonna have to learn to understand. You have to learn to move on regardless to what the situation is. Because you could be blocking your own damn fucking blessings. You don't even know it. Like, come on. You don't know what could be around that corner for you. And it could be a great one, you know? Again, when you stop believing in yourself, look what you end up doing. I believe everybody deserves to be happy, but they deserve to be happy with the right people that actually have their best interest at heart, their safety at heart. And, I've always felt that way. That's just me personally saying it. I've always felt that way. I know everybody is different, but I feel some people should get back to that logic again. Like, life doesn't stop because you might have had a bad breakup. Life doesn't stop because you might have lost the job that you had. Life doesn't stop because you might have brought life into the world. You still got to live life regardless. You still got to continue the process. You just got to build yourself stronger, and that's it. Court, what's going on, baby? Christy, you and these damn cartwheels. You coming in the chat cartwheeling, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, y'all disrespecting my gangster. I'll be back. I'm tired of this. Getting on my darn nerve. D-Ro, what's going on? What's going on, baby? Y'all want to play gangster today. I'm going to play gangster today. And I tell y'all to stop cartwheeling up. Yeah. I don't know, but this it is critical to have a talk about because again, you might think you are talking to somebody who has a logical mind or it could be in the right mind state. You never know. You could be dealing with somebody who has some sort of form of mental health disturbance. And you don't want to take that risk because again, if they get that caught up in you, it could be too much. I'm sorry. It's really time for people to start being more aware of their safety. And again, knowing who you placing into your circle, not just friends, relationships, businesses, all of that. Yes, yes. Serious, come get baby Pablo. Yes, yes. Now where real is that, man? I told him he about to run them pockets. He back. But you gotta understand that part right there. You never want to place yourself in a situation where your safety is at its worst. And if you ain't prepared for anything, another soul lost. I'm sorry to say it that way. And if you have placed yourself in a situation not willingly or not knowingly, then you still need to make sure you are keeping your safety at hand. You better make sure you're doing what's necessary, even if you have to get the word out. Because again, you do not want to take no risk or be another victim. Because again, I've always felt this the worst thing when you can't let somebody just move on and go be happy. You know? You said who in the bad Santa is that? Call it. Hey, look here. Hey, see this? You see this? Oh, look at here. No, come on now. Who in the bad Santa is that? Come on, how you gonna deny this? Look at him. Look at him. How you gonna deny him? Come on now. Yeah, you know, brief intermission, brief intermission. Like I said, when I get more info on that story, I'm gonna talk about that. Because again, I'm making some points that are needed and careful observations. Because again, some of you have to be observant. Nini, what's going on, baby? Yes. Look at little baby. Look at little baby Bob. Yes. The Birdman hands are symboling that somebody is about to take the walk of faith. Is. Nah, but you know, just never place yourself in that type of situation. If things didn't work out, you have to remember that again, maybe it wasn't meant for it to work out. I don't care how much you thought it could have or it should have, that don't necessarily mean it would. It might not work with that person, but you might end up finding somebody who does deeply understand, so on and so forth. And I'm even speaking to those who are suffering from mental health and distress that are putting themselves in relationships or placing themselves around people. You got to remember again, you are here for a reason, whether you want to believe it or not. And you need to build yourself. And if things don't work out, guess what? There will be somebody around the corner who might actually, again, understand and can try to help you in the best ways. I've seen some success stories happen with that. People who suffer from severe mental health, one way or another, maintain a healthy, balanced relationship, marriage, all of that, just by being around the right people. And I believe that. Again, you gotta have the right people that want the best for you. I don't care what spectrum of the ball you on, like I said today, and I'm leaving this as a general note. You gotta be around the right people in order to keep yourself at a good balance so you won't be triggered. Because yeah, there's gonna be things in life that trigger you, but it shouldn't trigger you to make a rash decision or a costly decision. No, 6 9, 6 9, no. Oh, everybody happy today. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Well, again, a lot of times you would have to really sit down and have a logical talk about things. Again, if I feel something is being too controlling, manipulative, or abusive, oh no, I know how to walk away and know how to keep myself protected just in case you think you're trying to be crazy. I done had this before. Oh, so you ain't gonna leave me alone. I'm gonna make sure you leave me the fuck alone. I'm not one of them. I'm gonna definitely make sure. You're gonna be mad at me. Like this fool ass nigga. Yes, he is. You gotta know how to be on point with everything again because it's not something that should be taken lightly. And I've always felt even during a bad breakup, somebody already starts to automatically try to follow you or do certain things or popping up wherever. Nah, that's a problem right there. And you really need to get yourself in the safe zone because it'll only be a matter of time before either A, it erupts, or it'll be a matter of time before they finally decide to really leave you alone when they see you are really protected at all costs. Sorry. Um, we getting tired of stories like that too. A lot of these quote unquote murder suicides could be avoided. Again, you have to be careful who you place in your life, and you have to really be observant of that person. Hey, yo, realist, don't get mad because he ran your pocket, son. I told you. I told you, son. Look, every time you do something, he gonna run your pocket. You see the hands? See the hands? Yep. Charles Lee Nick. Look at baby Chucky. Look at him. Look at him. Oh man. But you gotta maintain a balance with somebody. I'm telling you. And if you can't maintain it, then you need to move on and find somebody that can help you maintain it and sustain it. And again, I'm speaking on both parameters of the quote unquote spectrum. Because again, I've seen people who have lived normal lives, even with dealing with what they was dealing with, whether it was something psychological, something physical, anything. I would see that little nigga coming a mile away. You sure? You sure? Like he might not always have his on, son. You forgot, son. You forgot baby Chucky with a little bit of everything, son. Look at little baby Calvin ears. Ears. No, but again, don't ever put yourself in a risky position. And again, you fellas, just like you ladies, if you have to get away from the situation because it could be getting violent, it could be getting real stressful, even scary to a point, especially if you got kids. Your safety, kids' safety, that's the most important thing. Please make sure you are getting the adequate help you're supposed to be getting. This is not a situation that you could actually avoid no more. You won't have to do what's necessary again for the protection and the well-being. I don't know, my scalp hurt, man. I really hope it wasn't that situation right there I was just talking about. I hope it wasn't a real bad breakup. Uh-oh. Dog fight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They on go. They still on go. I'm sorry, but it really does disturb the soul again because in those situations again, if there were kids involved, their lives just got turned upside down. The families around them who actually might have cared, their lives are turned upside down. Things will never be the same. And I would tell anybody in that sense right there, even if you felt like you've come to a point, if you want to crash out, you can crash out on your own. Don't bring nobody down with you, especially if they really don't need to be taken down with you. You again should not be able to make any decisions for anybody else's life. You can only make decisions for yours. Those decisions you decide to make on a calculated move, those will be keeping you here longer. You want to believe that or not. My bad for a little wind in the background. What did it kind of switch up on your boy? Actually got a little cold. Oh, oh. But again, you gotta love yourself, and that means keeping yourself safe on all cylinders. The minute you show you don't love yourself, you put yourself in a position where, again, it could be costly. You should make sure again that the person you are dealing with is giving you everything that you need and in complete form. On all cylinders, they need to be giving you just like you're giving them. That old saying, it's 100. Yeah, it is. If I'm giving you 100% of me, you're supposed to be able to give me 100% of you. And if you can't do that, you should let me know right away so I can make my own decision on if I'm still going to allow it or not. And some people are not giving people that option to do so, which again could be costly on all angles. And you got to remember this: you don't get to dictate and control every aspect of life. You might have thought that, but you can't. You can't control if a relationship goes to the bad. Only thing you could do is learn from it. It's really about it. Learn from your mistakes. Take your accountability when it's necessary. And again, just move forward. You know the next time around what to do and what not to do. I don't know. It's weird because again, you hate to hear stories like that. Because there's been multiple stories like that. And even for the ones who have survived those situations, that's something they gotta live with. That's a trauma and a torment they might have to live with. Because again, you're not expecting certain things to go left. But again, in order to avoid that, you're gonna have to again be mindful of who you place in front of you. If you're only solely just thinking on the physical level and you not get to know somebody inside and out, even on a mental note, you mess yourself up. So be safe, be wise in the decisions you make, and when it even comes down to your love life, be safe on that note. But again, I'll find out what I need to find out, and I'll delve back into that one later. And again, we do get back to that notion that again, some people just don't know how to accept no or accept rejection. And I spoke about that recently. Again, you're gonna get rejected in life, and you got to look at it from the standpoint. A rejection doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world. A rejection just means you got rejected for that part right there. You got rejected for a situation on a specific level. But that don't mean you're gonna get rejected all the time. No. How you doing? Again, like I said, you could be getting rejected for you could be trying to get your stories or get certain things published and you might not get it right away. That don't mean it's the end of the world. You just keep striving, you keep moving. That is the basis of life. You gotta keep moving no matter what the ball is giving you. Again, life is almost a basketball game. You gotta be able to read the defense. You gotta be able to go for the goal. You can't get inside the paint. Shoot. Better take the shot and take the right shot. Set yourself up. Set yourself up in the great spots. Put yourself in the worst spots. I've always felt the minute certain situations become again too trying to where your spirits are down, your stress levels are up, you gotta eliminate that. No matter how you look at it, you're gonna have to eliminate it. Because again, happiness it starts with you. And if you're not happy, find it. You still have time to do so. Don't make somebody else's life miserable and uncomfortable because you don't know how to comfortably move on. Don't let that ball go over your head today, neither. Nonetheless, though, I had to come chime in with y'all for a minute. And I appreciated everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Felt it was a strong one nonetheless. Oh, another thing I want to say again to some of you who are trying to get into a field of entertainment, whether it's comedy or whatever, right? Again, there's some of you who are putting your life at danger and at risk because you putting people a part of a prank that they're not trying to be a part of. What's going on? Oh, nah, not today, baby. Not today. Nah, my bad. But listen, I don't mind a good prank video, especially if y'all all are in the prank together. It's different. You know what it is. Trying to get clicks and views and likes, or you just trying to gain some sort of buzz and momentum. And it's understandable. But again, you putting people in the mix of your pranks that they don't play. There's some people who are not going to be for the play, not going to want to be a part of something they ain't sign up for. And some people who are actually probably going through a specific stress already. All it takes is for you to trigger them with a prank. Sometimes they might not even be triggered. It could be the people around them. And again, be careful. Again, if you want to have a prank video or anything along those lines, be with the people that are part of it. Stop putting people that are not even in the midst of it. Stop putting them in it. Some of y'all not gonna like what you get. Again, you got a couple people who probably done got robbed because they was playing around in certain situations, especially in the territories where they known for the gang culture. So that's not funny. You putting your life at risk, putting your safety, all of that at risk. And then what? You want to get mad? Can't get mad when you playing around. Some people just don't play, bro. No. I seen somebody got their hands, somebody almost got hands and feet put on them for a prank. And if it wasn't for that girl saying, no, stop, it's a prank, who knows what could have happened? You know, it could have went down. Again, people are not playing when it comes to specific pranks and specific scenarios. Some people gonna think it's really on time and on go time. You ain't gonna be prepared when somebody run down on you with something that you don't want to be ran down on. Sorry. Again, just be more careful and more wise. I grant it. Listen, the world needs laughter to a degree. I can grant that. But again, some people are not going to be in a playful mood, a laughing mood. Somebody might have just went through a specific trauma. Somebody probably, again, probably just lost a family member. And you playing around pranking. Nobody's going to be playing around when they're in that wrong, in that raw mindset. Some people have to learn to, again, start being more caring and compassionate about certain situations. Start being more mindful and wise in what decisions you make and what actions you take. Need to. Those ones right there will hurt you. There's certain scenarios where pranks done went extremely wrong. And actually, some of those people, I believe, stopped doing videos like that. Yeah, because again, you know, certain things ain't a joking matter. It's not a joking matter when you playing a prank on domestic abuse or something like that. That's on domestic violence. That's not funny. You trying to do certain pranks that you think gonna get you a click in the view, and honestly, in certain situations, that could turn upside down for you and cause controversy. So again, be mindful of the videos and the content that you're putting out. And if it's going to be directed towards being funny and slapstick, all right, again, make sure the people are for it. Let the people know this is what's going on. And if you see those people ain't for it, then look, you find the next group of people who will be for it. Because again, it seems like you always target people that you know they look like they're going through something. And that's when it be the worst sometimes. Because sometimes those people don't want to laugh at that moment. They trying to vent and let loose. But they ain't trying to let loose in a way where it could be detrimental. But you causing it to be. Start being more mindful again of the pranks. 'Cause not everything in life is a joke. We have our jokeful moments, but a lot of things on that narrative could have went worse. Homie could have got beat the hell up or worse, just because the people thought he was beating up on somebody. Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy videos. I've seen some prank videos that are extremely gone wrong. I've seen pranks for real go wrong in front of me go wrong. Some people are not going to be for the play. Better at least be mindful on that. Again, this world is definitely changing. Some for the good, some for the bad. Not saying you shouldn't strive and reach for whatever you are trying to reach for. But again, make sure you're around the right people that are for the bill and not against the bill. Most important thing to remember. Link is dropped in case anybody want to chime in. I wasn't want to hold y'all all afternoon all crazy. Gotta figure out my next couple hours before work. But nonetheless, I could be back with some music. If not, I could be back with another discussion tonight. We'll see. But again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this for the main portion of the live. Hopefully the awareness has been put out there. When things just are definitely worse than what they should be or what they started off at, you got to get away from it quick as possible. Eliminate that before it becomes a problem. Riders, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, sorry, but have to learn to move on, man. And I would say that for anybody, learn to move on. Yeah, you're gonna go through pain in life. Who don't go through pain in life? But it's how you deal with that pain. You can't let raw emotions, irrash decisions cause a lifetime of pain and misery. While you still are here, you should try to make the best of your situation no matter what. It ain't easy, but it ain't hard neither. It's only hard when you keep yourself in struggle and you don't try to push yourself for greater or better. Again, that situation might not have been good for you, but you might place yourself in a situation where it's well better. So give yourself the real, give yourself the real notion of growth. Realize you always bush watching, man. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? You always bush watching, baby, man. But again, start being solely responsible for all that you put around you. You shouldn't have to learn the hard way and you definitely shouldn't learn the worst way. That notion, that's all I can really say. Um, Again, we see situations that always turn for the bad because again, people don't know how to let go. How you doing? You gotta remember again, when you learn to let go and you keep moving, you know, you'll have grander opportunities, you'll have more experiences. Again, you don't get to dictate anybody else's life. You can only dictate your own. Once you decide to put in front of it, that's solely up to you. You want balance, you gotta find balance. Ain't that? Happiness and peace, you gotta find that happiness and peace and place it within. Should never just want drama. You should never just want control of a situation. I've always felt relationship, marriage, it's not about control. It's about balance and peace. Yeah. And it's about structure and unity. And there's some people out there who feel they have to always be dominant in the situation, but it's not always the case. And I would say that on both angles. Stop trying to be dominant and controlling of situations. That's a clear way for somebody to kindly move away. Telling you that right now. Can't be too obsessive, can't be too aggressive, too abusive. The minute you continue to do that, you'll lose something good. And you might actually have something good. There are a lot of people who mess themselves up and cry later about it. Damn, I had something good, I messed it up. Yeah, well, that's because you wasn't trying to listen to reason. You know, you wasn't trying to listen to reason, and this is what you get. Nonetheless, just wanted to chime in with y'all for a little bit. I gotta figure out what I gotta figure out. Oh, could be back with some good vibes on the backup channel, definitely. And you appreciate everybody that rocked out yesterday. But we're gonna keep having these type of talks. And again, when I get more info on that story, I'm gonna tackle that. Because again, it's a good point in case again about just being aware of your surroundings and the people in your surroundings. Man, you already know it's always good to have a nice little talk with you. Don't matter. Um, and we're gonna have to tackle that. And again, we have people who dealt with these issues and managed to make things work. Why? Because again, they solely thought not just about themselves, they thought about the consequences and repercussions that come behind it. Get that part. Again, you don't dictate what goes on in everybody's life. You can't be in control of everybody else's moves, patterns, none of that. You can only be in control of yours. Nonetheless, definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in for this little afternoon portion. And you hear the pitter and patters of feet. You already know what you want from me now. Just walk in here. What you want? Yeah, you hear your man over here. I should be back. Yeah, I should be back about 5 o'clock. Do a nice little hour and a half, maybe. Well, till they kick us out the club as always. You know how they do it. But nonetheless, hopefully somebody did get something out of it. Got to bring more awareness, more structure, even when it comes down to your overall well-being. Don't place yourself in a dangerous situation because you wasn't carefully thinking and carefully execute. But yeah, let me get up out of here. It's time to figure out everything I need to figure out. And I'll be back around 5, definitely. I could be back tonight with another discussion. We'll see how this pans out. See how this pans out, baby. Always a blessing to bring something to people, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. And again, for those who missed last night's, definitely catch the replay. And definitely catch those shorts. You see what been going on with your boy. Your boy been wilding and working. Mo, what's going on? You late for church, baby? No, but again, just be more careful. Because again, the aspect of love should never equal violence, obsessiveness, compulsiveness. That's not love. That's just clear danger. And that's abusive dangers that, again, should be avoided. And that's on both sides. Again, men and women. Even when somebody might have been somewhere around you and they still not trying to, hey, and you got to protect yourself at all costs and do what's needed. But again, a lot of you can avoid some of these situations if you stop just thinking on the lust factor. And again, remember to think on the trust factor. Simple. That person don't got your safety at hand. They don't got your best wishes at hand. And hey, you got to learn to move before it's too late. Might not like what's being said. Might not like it. In fact, I'm the one that's saying it. But again, you need to accept it. It's critical at this junction and stage now. Wise decisions, hey, you get great, hey, you get great everything with that. Get great benefits. Get great spirit, laughter, and love. You get a great balance too. Again, that's mostly what you have to do, the balance. Mo, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Look, come get your nephew Silas. Come get him. Come get him. There you go with that madness. Come here with that. You ain't even play the organ, do nothing yet. Come on now. You was late for church. Nah, you know it's all love, sis. Matter of fact, you ain't come give me my pet drag. Matter of fact, I'll be. Since you couldn't give me my damn dragon, I got one. Couldn't give me my damn animals. Come on, man. I got one. I got one. No doubt, Christy. I'll see you later on, baby. Come on, man. How many files you gonna try to give me? What you want, my guy? What you want? What you want? Yeah, don't come over here trying to sneeze on me, nigga. I don't want to hear that. I got him and he was on lock. Come on now. Come on, sis. Come on, see, look, you messing up in the game. See, I thought you had love for me. Look at you. I got mines and he was on lock. He wasn't even supposed to be out. Nah, but I definitely see getting around 5. Be on the backup, definitely. Uh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on the. I'm gonna take a chance. I think somebody got to come out of retirement. Yeah. I definitely see you at 5. For those who might have just been tuning in, you can catch the replay. And again, I could be back later tonight with a discussion. And I'll drop the link in case anybody want to chime in on it. Let me get up out of here, though. Always a blessing, as always. Like I said, we're going to keep having these talks. Got to reach the cylinder at some point. And I see it happening. Great talks like this. Come on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm just now seeing something. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me put some respect on this. My bad. I was supposed to put some respect on it. I gotta give the constantness. Wait a minute. We ain't bring this back out in a minute. Come here. Appreciate you for that cash app, baby. My bad. I'm just now seeing the notification, baby. I got too many notifications going on. What the? So oh Lord. Yeah, I think I got something to talk about again tonight. Yeah, it's getting critical, man. I'll be back on that later tonight, definitely. Yeah, it's getting crazy. Let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's what I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And I'll see y'all back around 5, give or take 5:30 in case we have any technical issues. And yeah, definitely be back tonight with this one. So we got migrants camping outside of George Soros's office. Something to speak about tonight. This migrant problem is becoming a problem, so definitely gonna have something else to talk about. So y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open, and until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.